Hey guys, I hope you're having a fantastic day. I had an awesome idea. So, as you can see by the title of this video, it's called The Lab, but we aren't going to be doing science, biology, chemistry, physics, none of that kind of stuff. Instead, what I'd like to do is, since I've been doing all these verses and solo matches, I've been getting a lot of decks. Not a lot of decks, a lot of packs, excuse me, and I've been kind of playing around with different ideas. And so, rather than showing you guys finished decks, I thought I would show you kind of my thought process and how I go through looking at these cards and building these decks. And so, we're calling it the lab because we're going to take an idea and we're going to experiment with it, and then we're going to see how it does. And if it does well, I'm currently sitting at rank 5 right now. If I feel like that the deck has some validity, I'll take it into ranked and see how it goes. But anyway, to talk about this deck, I was looking at trying to make a token deck with cards like Imperial Reinforcements, Scouting Patrol, with, like the good Willpower cards like Bruma Profiteer, 5th Legion Trainer, Divine Fervor, the good stuff. And I realized that a lot of these cards, like Imperial Reinforcements, Slaughterfish Spawning, another way to make tokens, Soul Split, Scouting Patrol, are all actions. So I got me thinking, blue's got a lot of actions. Maybe there's some synergy there. And so, we have created the Actions and Tokens deck. And so the idea behind this is we are kind of... Our win condition either comes in the form of, the synergy between having... We've got, 18 actions in here, 29 creatures, 3 supports. So the idea is that we it's like a token deck. We put tokens on the board through any one of those 4 cards I listed. Scouting Patrol, Soul Split, Slaughterfish Spawning, Imperial Reinforcements. And then we exploit those tokens either to, summon up big guys like Imperial Siege Engine, or buff up the guys with the Legion Prefect or the Divine Fervor to hit in for a lot of damage. And so the advantage that this deck has is that there are not a lot of ways to deal AoE. There is AoE removal in the game, but it is limited to a couple of cards and a couple of colors. So, being able to put out a lot of little threats makes it hard to respond. So, what I've done is I put in, like I said, the trademark token things like 5th Legion Trainer, Bruma Profiteer, Scouting Patrol, Divine Fervor, Imperial Reinforcements, Imperial Siege Engine, the Prefect, as kind of a staple, and then I've mixed in some of these cool blue cards that have synergy with our actions, like Crystal Tower Crafters in here, Shimmerine Peddlers in here. We've got, just to further it, because we're playing blue, we've got like the really good cards like Telvanni Arcanist, Elusive Schemer, Lightning Bolt, and then I thought I'd throw in a Renowned Legate, whatever, this dude, because he fits the MO really well. He's a good way for us to get life in the late game. And then the Wisp Mother, which actually has a lot of synergy, because I believe the tokens summoned from the Imperial Reinforcements and Scouting Patrol they're 1/1. So that means that you should double up anything that we cast, as well as the minions created from Soul Split, as well as if we just cast a Shimmerine, a 5th Legion, a Crystal Tower, or a Bruma Profiteer. So, the way how we want to try to win with this deck is by building up a board presence and then using that board presence to push for victory, either by putting out like an Imperial Siege Engine or by pushing in damage by buffing them. And then we do have other ways, like we could possibly put down an early Crystal Tower Crafter and build it up with our actions. Because what I've noticed is that unlike Hearthstone, where you got 30 cards, and unlike Magic where you do have up to 50 cards, but a lot of those cards are land cards, in the Elder Scrolls Legends, it's much less about like one card and more like the overall kind of theme of your deck. And so you want to kind of build cards that not you don't want to pin all your hopes on one card because you may never draw it. So it's overall about the quality of your deck. So we are going to take this deck. This is actually the second iteration. We're going to try it out in the unranked practice mode and see how we do. Alright, so we're pitched up against a Crusader, Strength and Willpower, which are traditionally really aggressive. Let's go ahead and see what else we can draw into here. I'm still not drawing the cards that I'd like to see. I've noticed that every game that we've lost, we've had a poor draft, honestly, and then sometimes we go a little too slow. So I think this deck might need revision, but that's okay if it does. That's why this is the lab. It's all about experimentation and seeing what works and seeing what doesn't. Not sure. He must have like Nords in his hand. He's trying to figure out if he wants to name or not. We are gonna have to sit and wait though, unfortunately. We do have the Magicka, which I feel like is a huge advantage. I feel like going turn 2 is so much more powerful because of the Magicka bonus that you get. Still hesitating. Pretty sure he's got Nords in his hand. He's trying to figure out if he wants to use. Okay, that's what he had in his hand. Well, in that case, I have a really good answer.
The ambition of the Telvanni
Arcanist,
no bounds.
something I want to throw away and kill. Let's see how he responds. Probably by hitting me in the face. That works. I'll take that. Let's go ahead and rapid shot. Just to get rid of it. And then we'll...
That was a mistake.
Probably, honestly, just sit and wait. See what he puts out. I would have preferred to do the elusive, but I didn't want him to hit us in again for a second. And yeah, so that was just good cards not to play against him. And then we'll go ahead and just get rid of that.
Nicely done.
We could do 5th Legion Trainer into East March Crusader to set up for another East for... Yeah. Let's do that. So, play this guy, put down the East March Crusader.
No matter what.
We'll have this guy hidden, and then we'll probably Soul Trap him, and then East March Crusader again to draw another card.
Their deaths will bring glory to
Or
the
not.
Empire.
Whatever. You're like, I'm flexible. We'll go ahead and put down... Do we want to Soul Split now? That's the question. Do we want to just go with the plan, because he's going to be able to trade that guy. I don't have a way of buffing it up. But he'll trade with any of these dudes that we put down. And honestly, putting down a guy here, just to have something on that side, and then hitting in is not bad. But these are leaving me with pretty poor choices on. You know what? Here's what we'll do.
Let's dance.
You can't defeat me!
Go ahead and Soul Split that guy. Just get it out of the way right now. Hopefully next turn be able to East March Crusader.
Now, hey!
I get the feeling that's going to eat a lightning bolt. Feeling the lightning bolt.
Nicely done.
Gotcha.
But we might just leave it and lightning bolt next turn. You know what? Honestly, that's not a bad idea either.
We'll hold no matter what.
Yeah, so we can, if this lives, we can Slaughterfish and lightning
Looking
bolt,
to make a purchase?
which I think that's pretty good. Show me what you got. Show me the heart of your cards. Please take the 4-2. Please. Please.
Ride them down.
Thanks, buddy. very appreciative of that. We'll go ahead and... Well, yeah, we do this every time. And he's got plenty of cards, so just whatever.
Gotcha.
If he draws Prophecy, he draws Prophecy.
Hands off my wares.
But this way, we've got a really juicy prefect for next turn. And the turn after that. And now if he has any more Jarls in his hand, he can't use them.
There is plenty for all.
That's pretty good. But does that stop us from lethal? Yes, it does. Very easily, actually. Well, actually, it depends. Oh, he's just gonna go for the total removal. Yeah, he is. Such a shame. Such a shame. Let's put down an elusive schemer in this lane.
Let's dance.
And an elusive Ooh, that's interesting. Divine Fervor or elusive. No, because if let's put them both down.
Let's dance.
I like this removal we're drawing into. And see what he decides to use his sword on. If I draw 2 Divine Fervors and he doesn't manage to remove, if he decides not to use the sword on either of these guys, that's good. Okay. Well then, it does look like we will be using the Crystal Tower Crafter along with...
Shall we begin?
The, Piercing Javelin, sorry. Stuttering pretty hard on that.
Gotcha.
Let's hit in, see if he triggers anything. He does not.
Soldiers report.
Let's play that, buff it
Your
up.
orders.
Not using that voice box as much now, huh, buddy? I still think, though, yeah, if we Piercing Javelin Divine, we still have lethal, I believe. Just for the salt, though.
Nice try. Care to go again?
Let's... Or we could just Legion, honestly. Just Legion, trade. Yeah, let's just do that.
Chimera.
Gotcha.
Acknowledged.
We'll give him a good game.
By the aim, a fine battle.
So, don't taunt, kids. Alright. What you got? He's playing the monk. Willpower and agility. Really, really gross. But we do have really, really gross answers. I'm gonna keep this hand. Because we can turn 1 this, then turn 2 that, and we'll have a 3/3 on board with 1/1s on each side. Then we can hit into his face and draw a card off the Crusader.
May you walk on warm sands.
Hello.
Well met, marsh friend.
Shall we begin?
Which would have been rude. Then we have Imperial Siege Engine to follow it up if he doesn't somehow... He's gonna remove one of these things, but yeah, he's not gonna just let that fly. But we have the awesome Bruma Profiteer to follow it up.
There's always a plan.
And then Wolf Scouting Patrol.
Soldiers report.
Now, if we can get all that into his face, that's 5 damage. And that's a card for us with the Crusader.
There's a plan. There's always a
It
plan.
looks like a card. Ooh, or that. Let's go ahead and
You
hit
won't foil my plan.
I hear and
What?
obey.
out. Interesting. What did you draw, my good friend? Well, in that case, let's go ahead and Soul Split anyway, and then we can East March Crusader next turn. Or Imperial Siege Engine. That would make this a 6/6, which is okay. Could be better, but we'll see.
I do love a good
You
fight.
won't foil my plan.
That is a pretty good answer to... Oh. We could do that. Set up for a really good one next turn. I like that option. So now the question is... Yeah, let's just Imperial Reinforce on this side, and then we'll Imperial Siege Engine. Next turn...
Your orders.
Now the question is, do we make the trade now or do we wait? And the answer is we wait.
Into
And we
the
wait
breach.
to get an even more powerful siege engine. Hopefully he can only hit his 3/3 into one of these guys. Which
Come down
yep,
with death.
one more stat boost on our creature.
By Stendar's mercy.
Pretty good answer, but still he can only deal with them one at a time. Which is pretty gross when you have a giant Imperial Siege Engine rolling on the ground. Well, first, we're the aggressor here, so we're the ones that are
I
pushing
hear
for
and
face.
obey.
So let's go ahead and start hitting in and see what he gets. So let's
Acknowledged.
drop him down to
Into the breach.
1, and then hit in with our 3/3. Awesome. 8/8, pretty juicy. He's probably got a way to remove it, but if he doesn't, he's going to be in a world of hurt. He does, but it's going to take up his whole turn in
Come
doing so.
down.
The forest is ours.
Now he's forced to deal with our guys one at a time like that. Oh. Well, that's an interesting decision. Do we just do this, trade 2 of our guys in there, have a 4/4? That is interesting. Or do we go for this, and then just draw cards and see what comes out? Play more of the control game. Force him to keep trading 1/1/1/1/1. We have... Okay, so we do have to make the trade here because he might have a Reaper in his hand.
I hear and obey. Acknowledged.
So we'll put down this guy over here, see what we draw.
We'll hold, no matter what.
Lightning Bolt. That's pretty good. And then we'll put down the Arcanist over here.
The ambition of the Telvanni knows no
So if he
bounds.
does decide to Reaper on that side, you know, we're still at least going to get an action out of it.
Come down with death.
Oh, that's pretty good. If we can pair it up with something else.
My sword hand itches.
Interesting he puts it on that side. Wisp. Okay, that's interesting. First, let's hit in and see
Don't
what
make
happens.
me laugh.
He does draw a card. Okay. What do you got? Chooses to ransack it. Get some life back. Okay. We'll put the Wisp Mother on this side and see if he has removal for it. I don't see any reason to do a Lightning Bolt and Prison combo yet with the board that we have. He is going to get some catch back with that, but hopefully he'll hit into us and then draw us some cards, and then we'll be able to double up and
Come
get some
dance with death.
sweet bonus effects. Did I just say sweet bonus
We'll hold,
effects?
no matter what.
Yeah, it did. Yeah,
They
boy.
make it too easy.
You waste my breath.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so if we play 2 of these, then we can imprison. So that's so sick. Okay. Do we have the mana? Yes, we do. So we're basically gonna fill our lane up with little duders. So the question is, what side do we want more little duders on? On that side. So play this guy first, right? Yeah. Play this guy
Looking
first.
to make a purchase.
And then put down these guys over here.
May the
Your
fates
orders.
smile
Your
on
orders.
Khajiit.
Your orders.
And now we have to figure out who we want to imprison. We could imprison on this side, honestly, and go for like just a really juicy... Yeah, we've got our use out of that guy. Let's imprison this person. Wow, crazy combo. And then we can Legion Prefect next turn. I'm interested to see which one he's going to trade into the Wisp Mother. He's obviously going to take one of them. There's no way he'd let it live. Right? You're not going to let that live, buddy, right? There's no way.
Don't make me.
Yeah, there you go.
You waste my
He does
breath.
have the Reaper, unfortunately. Chooses to move it. Interesting. Which actually helps us out. Okay. So we've got answers. The question is just how do we want to make these answers happen? So if we let him hit us in here, and we lightning bolt his guy, yeah, I like that. So, let's see, that's one... No. We can't lightning bolt on that side, so that means that we're going to be doing... Put the Prefect over here. No, because then that guy dies. What are we doing, guys? Alright, I guess we're doing Crystal Tower Crafter on this side, because it's going to be a 4-4. Yeah. Okay, so Crystal Tower Crafter, Lightning Bolt, Scouting Patrol.
Shall we begin?
Soldiers, report.
Your orders. Into the breach!
Hands off my wares.
That's a pretty good one to combo with the Crystal Tower Crafter that we have. And we do have little dudes on the board. So basically, we're just building up for whenever we're going to Prefect and then just smash him in the face.
Khajiit has had enough.
Chooses not to trade. Interesting.
The power of the hiss fills me.
We just want a double soul split. Soul split, soul split. That would cost me soul split, Legion Prefect. That would draw me the cards and buff up the dudes. That should be fun. So, yeah. Yeah. Like that. Soul split. And we will soul split again on the side. Put down a guy.
Forward.
I hear and obey.
Hands off my wares.
Schemer. Nice to see you. So now, we just need 3 of these 4/3s to live. Or any of these 4 damage creatures. We have the ultimate removal in Piercing Javelin. And how much have we gotten into our deck? So we've got an Illusion Schemer that we could play. Ooh. Let's see. Does that stop us? God, does not stop us in the way that I think it would. So let's go ahead and do a... Let's start hitting in and see what happens.
For Cyrodiil.
It does draw a proxy card. Let's see what it is. Barely gonna save him. So let's do... How much life do we have? I don't think we have enough for him to really put the pain on us. So put a guy down here.
Doves.
5th Legion Trainer. Pretty good. and then we can do a 5th Legion trainer into an Imperial Siege, and then go ahead and make a trade.
Training is over. It's time to act.
Now things are looking a little dire for our friend here. Unless he can produce 12 damage from his hand.
Khajiit will find a way in.
That's not gonna
Khajiit
do
is
it.
done for.
Good game though.
By the aim, a fine battle.
Went 3 wins, 3 losses, so I'm not doing this in big bursts, but I have a pretty good feel for the deck. And what I feel like is that so the problem with this deck is that it has some really conditional cards, right? Like, you can't just play Siege Engine on its own, playing just playing Soul Split or Slaughterfish Spawning or the Shimmering Peddler. It can be pretty weak at times. And, your Lightning Bolt and your Piercing Javelin, you want to hold on to that for specific things. So, one of the problems that this deck has is it has a lot of specific cards that you want to use in specific circumstances, and if you don't, then you're playing cards that don't have, you're playing cards for less value that they have. And another problem that this I've noticed is that in order to really get the most out of these, like Crystal Tower Crafters and Shimmerine Peddlers, you really need to be playing really low mana actions, because otherwise you can't really combo them the way that you want to combo them. It's hard to fit in all the stuff that you want to do. So these guys really benefit in a deck where you're playing low mana actions. Now, to be fair, Scouting Patrol is a low mana action, and there are lots of low mana actions in There's lots of low mana actions in both blue and in Willpower and yellow. So I might take another look at this deck and try to lower down the cost, maybe add some more actions, maybe add some more card draw, or I might decide, I don't know. I think the results have been pretty interesting so far. So we ultimately went 3 wins, 3 losses, so we're at a 50-50, which is okay, but definitely leaves room for further experimentation. So I hope you enjoyed watching these videos. I had fun recording them, and to be honest, this is a format that I would love to do more videos like that and like this, and to show you guys my insight process and get your comments. So please let me know what you think. Did you think that doing it this way, showing an incomplete deck with not even the best cards, I could have fit in stuff like let me show you. If I were running Arwen here, that would be incredible. If I were running cards like the Atrium Savant, that would also be incredible. But I'm not, because I'm just rolling with what I got right now. So let me know what you think. Give me your comments. Do you want to see more videos like this? Do you just want to see more of the finished constructed decks? Let me know. Leave me comments. And if you enjoyed it, consider a like, consider a subscription, because I plan on doing more content like this. And most important of all, this is the critical element. You, sir, madam, have a fantastic day. I will see you in the next one.